Okay, so that completes part one. We're going to jump in now and take a look at your actual unit and how the next 5 weeks are going to flow. And we'll talk now a little more in depth about how the peer review portion is going to work. So let's jump in back into our unit. So again, what you can see here, you have 2 things due this week. First, you'll identify your project by Tuesday, if not sooner. And then you'll actually turn in your work for the week. And so you'll have, as you see here, 2 artifacts that are due by the end of the week. You can choose any 2 artifacts that you'd like to complete. You don't have to do them in any order. Do them as you like. Again, the requirement is just that you turn in 2. And so you'll submit them here. Now, because this mechanism also does the peer reviews, it works a little differently. So right here, the view complete assessment is where you'll submit your work. So usually you're used to clicking on the link here on the name of the assignment to submit your work. With the peer assessment feature in Blackboard, you'll use this link down here to submit your work. So that's what you have to do for this week. Now, moving into next week, week 14, let's take a look at what's on your plate. So you will, in week 14 next week, have 3 artifacts due by the end of the week. Again, doesn't matter which 3 they are, you just need to complete 3. You will come here to submit your work, just like you did the week before. And then you have the second component, which is to provide your peer review feedback. That's also due by the end of the week. And so there's a note here that says you'll provide feedback to 2 classmates on their work from last week. To do this, you will scroll up to last week and click the View Complete Assessment link. This will be the same place that you submitted your work last week. Now that the submission portion of the assignment is closed, you'll be able to jump in and provide feedback. So what you'll do is, just as the note says, jump back up here to the previous week. And now when you go and click here, you won't have an upload link. You will see 2 other users' work there that you'll be able to jump in and provide feedback for. Now, the first time that you'll have to do that, which is next week, I've included for you right here a short video or a link to a short video that'll step you through the peer review process and what it looks like and how to access your feedback as well, which you'll want to be able to do to integrate into your work. So again, you'll get the hang of it once we jump in, and it's something new. So again, go slow. Read the instructions, watch the video. It's short. I think it's like 4 minutes, and you'll be in good shape. So then we'll move into the 3rd week of our final project. Pretty much same routine. This week you'll have 2 artifacts that are due, and then you'll be providing feedback to your classmates from the week before. So when you get to this step, you'll just scroll up 1 week before. Here we go. And when you click on the link that time, you will have feedback that you'll be able to provide. We get into the 4th week of our final project. You'll have 2 more artifacts that are due, a peer review that you'll complete, and then our final week of our project, you'll be done submitting your deliverables, and this is where you'll work in some project management software, and then you'll have your final peer review to complete on the previous week's work. All right, so that's the rundown of how your final project unit will flow. All of this will be open for the entire time, so you don't feel like you need to work ahead by any stretch, but if you want to, knock yourself out. And so all of the links are there for you to do that. You'll just want to make sure to go back at the beginning of each week and do your peer review work. If you do work ahead on your own artifacts, make sure to jump back in there to provide your peer reviews. Let's see, what else? I think that's about it. So again, go slow. Read through that document that I stepped you through most parts of it, but there's a lot of pieces, this final project instruction document. There's a lot of parts that I skipped over or didn't go into detail around, so you'll want to read through that on your own, and then jump in and get started on identifying your final project. I will, again, keep a close eye out for them, and as soon as they start coming in, I'll jump in multiple times a day to either provide you feedback or approve your project so you can get started. All right, guys, I hope you're having a great day. Jump into the discussion boards if you have any questions, and I'll keep an eye out for you. Have a good one. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.